What's good, everybody? It's Rule94, and today I actually have a game with theme decks. I do this occasionally. As you guys can see, I'm going to be using the orange theme deck, the orange fighting theme deck. That's what I call it. I don't remember what the fuck the actual name is, if it has another name. But if you installed the game like recently or in recent years, actually, you probably don't have this. I think you need to download the game. You would have needed to download the game like in the black and white days to have the Steam Deck, but it's pretty cool because we're going to aim to bring out conkeldurr, and the conkeldurr in this deck has a really powerful ability that actually never managed to do shit uh, in the actual competitive TCG, thanks to Mewtwo and the way the game was. It had no chance in absolute hell. But in this case, if we get it out and have a bunch of fighting energies on, it becomes pretty unstoppable for these other theme decks and shit, for the most part. So I'm gonna open with Timber, and we're gonna attach a fighting energy. I'm gonna like aim to just put fighting energies on this dude, and we're gonna use Pokedex, arrange our shit. It doesn't really matter. All of the cards that I'm arranging here are kind of useless, but I mean, I guess we are gonna end next turn anyway, or this turn actually. So yeah, I just did what I did, and I actually didn't end yet, it seems. Yeah, I'm gonna save the end for maybe like I'll draw a card next turn and just yeah, put a bench Pokemon like another one. Like I think I'm gonna draw. I put up a rock and roll on the top and attach another fighting energy, so we get to play more cards and then maybe draw more cards with N. We're gonna shuffle less cards back. Yeah, you kind of have to do shit like this with these team decks because you know, you don't have a lot of supporters, you don't have a lot of consistent cards in general, trainer cards. Yeah, I'm gonna evolve into Rock and Roller, evolve into Boldor, and play another Rock and Roller, attach a fighting energy. So in this case, you know, we're getting as much of a max value as we can. With N, you want to draw your shit. And my opponent seems to be using one of the Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion theme decks. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't buy theme decks anymore. I used to back when, you know, I was young and back when I was kind of getting back to the Pokemon TCG after a long hiatus, buying some of the theme decks that had Swampert, the Supreme Victor's one that had like Swampert, and the Majestic one that had Empoleon, you know, to sort of build decks with some of my favorite, you know, Pokemon starters and shit. But yeah, but there's probably not much reason to buy theme decks in Pokemon because they just have the cards that you would get in the set anyway. Usually, they're gonna have a holo exclusive of a card in the set, but besides that, they're only good when you're starting. Uh, all right, so it seems no girder or conkeldurr yet, and you know Timber is kind of already ready. But I'm gonna start putting energies on the other one just in case shit happens to the active one. My opponent is probably gonna start doing shit. And we're gonna Pokemon Catcher. We get tails, unfortunately. That's too bad. Would have been pretty good if I gotten heads. And you know, my deck probably has the disadvantage for power creep. These newer decks, newer theme decks, of course, you know, they have much better cards. As you guys can see, you know, this dude is going to be doing 2 for 30 once he gets going. I can only do 2 for 20. But yeah, the idea is we get conkeldurr out. Once we get that dude out, we should be pretty good. You just attach fighting energies all day to him, and he will never die. And he can also help deck out your opponent too if you get lucky, and that's pretty good. So I'm gonna keep using pound since we put the fighting energies on, and I hope I draw some shit. Right. Yeah, cards like conkeldurr, you know, stage 2 Pokemon like that, it came out in Noble Victories, I'm pretty sure. That set would have been pretty good, but with the game going in a different direction, the weakening of Rare Candy and big-ass basics like Reshiram and Zekrom, it was just the start of a different era. stage 2 Pokemon like that basically just had no chance, man. They just could not be used. I mean, uh, much better stage 2 Pokemon came out, like even in Dark Explorers with Empoleon, uh, but they just never were at their best. I mean, Empoleon did a lot of shit, it was pretty good, but in a different era, that Pokemon would have been broken as fuck, like in the DP or what have you. But yeah, they just did what they could, giving them more HP, making them like attack only with one energy and shit like that, doing high damage. But when you're so slow, man, and you're not like in that HP range of the EX Pokemon, you just really can't do shit. I mean, the GX Pokemon these days are a different animal because the Stage 1 GXs have as much HP and actually more HP than the big ass EX Pokemon we had recently. And they're not that slow, Stage 1s. So it's kind of worth it at that point. And, Stage 2 GX Pokemon have even more HP. And, they kind of set up their game the way they want to with the stuff they want to be good. But then they kind of, okay, we're going to try and not make the other shit completely irrelevant. But it just doesn't work. For example, a perfect example of a card, Torterra from the Ultra Prism set. I fucking love that card. But it's just, there's no way for it to compete. And this metagame is really fucking hard. I mean, maybe if Pokemon that had Venusaur's ability was a stage 1 or basic Pokemon, something like that, then yeah. And even then, it would probably just be playable. It just wouldn't be that good, just be more playable. But as it is, trying to use 2 stage 2 Pokemons and shit. Okay, so we drew conkeldurr, but we don't have Girder. What the fuck? Yeah, this shit happens. But once we get conkeldurr, we should be pretty good. I'm stalling here, as you guys can see. It's shit that you do. And my opponent got his Hydreigon out. And yeah, that Pokemon is pretty deadly. Against me, it's going to be pretty tough. A lot more HP, broken attack, compared to my deck at least. So, it's power creep. But the good news is, I guess, is that I can hit for weakness. Alright, so I'm going all out, attaching the shit on the timber because at this point we're gonna lose anyway. I'm just hoping I get lucky and shit. There's nothing much we can do. Don't want to miss attaching in an energy since, if we do get conkeldurr out, the more it has, the more unstoppable it is. Right, you just go all out on him. So my opponent has a lot of shit ready. I mean, he's got the Houndour, he's got the Houndoom, he's got the fucking yeah, okay, great, and we drew Girder. So my opponent, what he should have done is just retreat and get a one-hit knockout on my Boulder, kind of just quickly make short work of me since he's ready, because he should have known that if I get conkeldurr out, I'll be unstoppable. But that was kind of a misplay on his part. So, I feel pretty safe now. There's no way he can like pull and shit. I mean, unless there's Guzma in the deck, but I don't think so. So right now we're gonna get conkeldurr out, and at least even if we lose, we did the cool shit, get the dude out. We're gonna put the cape on, the giant cape, and it's gonna be pretty slick. Right. Gonna use Charon to a good top deck as well, draw 3 cards. And I didn't draw shit, but at this point all I need is just fighting energies basically, and maybe N to disrupt my opponent. So we're gonna hit for weakness with conkeldurr, and we got fucking 3 hits. Discarding 3 cards from his deck. Pretty nice. And the good news is that I should be hitting almost anything for weakness. His normal Pokemon, colorless Pokemon I mean, hitting them for weakness. The darkness Pokemon I'm hitting for weakness. And the psychic dude right there, I think is a Trubbish, I'm not sure. Maybe not. But we're doing exactly 160 damage to knock out Hydreigon, which is the important thing. And hey, we got another conkeldurr from the prizes. Maybe if I get another timber, we'll set up another one. Right. But I should be pretty pretty slick right now. So my opponent's going to use Kukui. It's going to give him a little more oomph. And Timer Ball. So at this point, he really needs to use the strong ass attacks to beat my ass. If I lose conkeldurr, I basically lose. I'm probably not going to try and build up another Pokemon. I'm just going to put everything on conkeldurr. So, and make sure we sort of survive. It's like you're healing him little by little by putting energies on. So as you guys can see, we've got 260 HP total and only 120 left. So if I put another one, it's going to have 140 HP now left. 200 HP total. Alright. So I'm kind of going to survive here a little bit more, maybe. My opponent won't be able to knock this guy out yet. And we're going to get a bunch of knockouts with him. I get 3 fucking heads. Man, yeah, 3 fucking heads again. Discarding this shit and getting a knockout on the Hydreigon. Cool. Right. And if we're going to power up anything else, it's probably going to be Throw. Yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do. Okay. So my opponent had a pretty big chance. I was probably going to lose if he didn't make that misplay before, or maybe he did some other misplays. I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention. Oh, that's Salandit, not Trubbish. Yeah, I couldn't really see from looking at the card the other way around. Whatever. It seems he promoted that dude. It's fine by me. I'm going to get 1 prize anyway. It doesn't matter that much. You know, these guys can be pretty dangerous, but we should be able to survive at least like 2 hits maybe. So he used Cinch, burning me. That's pretty rough actually with the instant burn, but I got rid of it, so it's like he only did 20 damage. I flip heads. That's good. Alright, so we're gonna play our other guys, might as well. And am I gonna attach the fighting energy on him? Interesting. I'm doing some maths here. Let's see. It depends on the damage the other guys can do. The fucking Beware and the Houndoom can do. We want to survive, like, if we're going to put the energy on, make sure we can survive 2 times. If not, then there's no point putting another fighting energy on. So, interesting shit. And I think I'm probably going to put it on... Am I going to put it on him? It seems I did. Okay. So we got 140 HP once again. Man, it'd be good if we had some potions and shit in this deck too, but I don't think this deck has them. So we got another prize, and before you know it, I'm closing in on my opponent's lead. He's going to promote Houndoom. That thing is also going to die in 1 hit. And yeah, I'm surprised he actually didn't scoop, because maybe he didn't see it coming. I don't think he may have seen conkeldurr coming. You know, Pokemon with an ability like that. Craftsmanship is what it's called. I don't know what it has to do with all that HP, but it is what it is. Alright. So at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to put any other... Oh, I guess we put another fighting energy on. I guess it means I can survive once more if we put another fighting energy on him. So top down, another knockout. And I'm hoping that maybe I can just deck my opponent out or some shit. That's a legitimate strategy as well. But we didn't get any luck this time. I mean, I suppose we got pretty lucky the other times. So I've got 250 HP here. Huh. Am I gonna survive if he hits me with 60? It's interesting, because I don't think he would normally. I mean, I don't know how much HP I've got left. It's gonna use Howl, draw more cards. Hey, you're helping yourself get decked out if your shit doesn't work. And yeah, I survive, it seems. I wouldn't have put the energy on if I knew I wasn't gonna survive. But I think, yeah, 10 HP left at this point. We're not gonna attach anymore. So I'm gonna power up throw now. And yeah, you can't really retreat with this guy once you do this, because when you retreat, you lose the fighting energies, and then he's toast by himself. Uh, so you kind of have to be careful not to make that misplay. So let's see here. You know, that head dragon is pretty dangerous. Gonna knock us out in one hit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna favor circle throw, because it forces my opponent to switch, and hopefully that works. That's kind of strategy works. All right. So top down, we're gonna get our last knockout. Conkeldurr did pretty good. I mean, he basically got us 5 prizes. And he's finally gonna die next turn though. Wow, we got the switch too. Would have been good if I got that the previous turn, but I guess, I mean, wasn't gonna make that much big of a difference. I aimed to use this guy as much as I could. Alright, and he promotes the Hydreigon. Yeah, he really misplayed here, because you know, he's gonna kill conkeldurr, but then throw is gonna switch up his dudes, and he won't really have energies to put on the dudes, or if he does, by the time he puts on the other Pokemon, I'm gonna knock him out. Because with 3 fighting energies, throw can do some pretty solid damage too. Can do 80 as well, I think. Something like that. Wow, and he decked out actually. Okay, so he's gonna get the last prize, but maybe he wasn't paying attention. I have no idea. But you know, I don't even have to win the regular way. Alright, and we're gonna use throw here. Do the circle throw. Switch my opponent's Pokemon, and I'm gonna win. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I like posting these kinds of theme decks every now and then, uh, just for fun. I mean, I mostly talk other shit in these videos, but hey, it's all good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Say Wolf94. What's up?